Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonnet, the owner and creator behind Sonnet's Garden Blooms, and in today's video, we are going thrifting. I have been feeling a bit of stress because I am in the process of converting my website from one platform to another. And what makes everything better? Well, a thrifting mission. So I am going to take you with me today and we're going to go thrifting. On top of that, I received a message this morning and it was just a sign that I needed to go. My neighbor said, "Hey, I have a 25% off coupon for you." And so I am going to take that and hopefully find a really big piece of furniture for Antique Acres. So let's go ahead and get thrifting. So my first stop of the day was the Goodwill bins, and looking at the parking lot here, guys, it was pretty full. I was very happy though as I walked through the doors and there were a bunch of carts still waiting. The last few times that I've been there, the carts have been completely gone, but you can see quite a few are gone and probably out on the floor getting full of all kinds of goodies, just like I'm gonna find. Here's a little peek of my cart full, and now after I show you this, I am going to give you my complete haul and show you all the goodies that filled this cart. Hey guys, so now you know that I went thrifting. What I hit up was I hit up the bins. I ended up getting a lot at the bins, which I'm going to show you. I then went to, there's a Goodwill near the bins. I went there, I didn't get much. I also headed over to the Habitat store. I was looking for like some sort of hutch. My mom did tell me about one at this tiny little thrift store. I have yet to get there. But since I was out by the Habitat, I hit that up and there was nothing, no hutches, no buffets, no dressers, nothing there that I could even use. So then from there, I ended up running to another Goodwill and then I ended up finding some more stuff. So I'm gonna show you what I all found today. I'm pretty excited. I had a lot of fun picking this morning at the bins. It was pretty busy. But I have a question too about a book I found. So I'll tell you that little story as soon as I find it in my truck. So I did grab this, and the reason I have been grabbing some of these lampshades is I'm not going to use them the way they are. I'm actually going to take them apart, and I want to do some type of display with these, possibly for Antique Acres. So I don't know yet. I have a couple. Every time I say I'm going to take these apart, people say, "Don't do it." So I'm just telling you guys now, any lampshades I get moving forward will be taken apart. So it was at the bins. It was like literally covered with all kinds of stuff and I rescued it. So I do have, and that was the other ones that I had found as well. They were beautiful, but again, they were at the bins. So and that's my vision for those. Okay, you guys, honestly, I cannot believe this was at the bins. First of all, it's all barn board, and barn board goes in this area for a whole ton of money. And what I plan on doing though is I'm actually redoing this portion of it. I don't like, I'm sure some people would like this look. It's kind of scratched up, but what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do something with like the decoupage paper, possibly the two chickens. Just waiting for my order to come in from Upcycle, and then I can get those restocked. It's one of my favorite decoupage papers, those chickens. So if I can get their heads to fit on here, I think it would look amazing. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Sorry, I actually had a call coming in right when I was finishing that up. Okay, so then I found this, and it looks like it must have had possibly, maybe it was sitting outside. It's like green, like water was sitting in there, or maybe in a basement. I don't know, but I thought all this detail on this handle and around the edge, and even once I clean this up, there's so much detail on here too. I think this is gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I just saw this too. It is like a little, there is a little bend here, but you know what? I don't even really care. I think it's still very, very cool. So I grabbed that as well at the bins. So that's those things from the bins. So this was actually from one of the locations of the Goodwills, and it is a cutting board. It was $5.99, and I think it's super duper cute. It's a knot. So got that. And remember, I'm using a lot of these items in my booth at Antique Acres, or actually in my display, I should say, at Antique Acres. Okay, so I ended up finding this at one of the locations. It actually has, it's an old wool blanket. There was something on it though. So I think I'm gonna actually make some pillows out of it, possibly. It's in really good condition, so grab that. I also grabbed this. So I think it's like a throw. It's super, super in just really, really good condition. And oh, it tells me to keep it away from fire. Yes, I will keep it away from fire. But I grabbed that one as well. I love using blankets in my displays, so that will definitely be in a display. I also use a lot of mannequins in my displays for my jewelry that I make and things like that. So I grab this purse. I am going to, I think, throw it in the washer possibly, or spot clean it. There's just a couple little spots on it, but I thought it was super cool. I love the look of it. It reminds me of, there's a type of bag and I can't even think of it, but I do not believe that this is one of those bags. And I'm sure that some of you in the comments will tell me what I'm trying to think about. I had actually found one while out thrifting one day. So that will be going there. Now, you guys, this was at the bins. I thought this was super cool. I don't really know what it is. Maybe possibly to set somewhere and then you can put stuff in it. It's not an ashtray, but it's some kind of possibly decorative thing. So I thought about, I don't know, I thought it was really cool and it's beautiful. I like the two-tone of wood, so I got that. All right. I also grabbed this. So it was at the bins, and I think, well, it looks like it was originally at Goodwill for a while for $5.99. And it's really, I think, very neat. I am going to paint it. I've decided right away when I saw it, I'm like, it needs to get painted. I'm going to distress it back a little bit, bring out that darkness from underneath. And I think putting some greens in there, you know, laying some greens in there, it will be definitely very eye-catching. So very, very sturdy and in good condition. Okay, you guys know what this is. It is a pudgy pie maker. So if you camp or if you go up north or anything like that, you have to have one of these. And it was at the bins. I didn't even actually look at the inside, but I did grab it for up north at our cabin. We always use those around the campfire. Okay, so this I thought was super cute. With, you know, the 4th of July coming, this will be perfect for that. I just thought I will jazz this baby up, paint it, and maybe use some gold gilding wax on it to really make those stars pop. That was very, very fun. So I found, this was actually at the Goodwill, and it was half price. So I'm not really sure. It says Jungle, the Italian collection. I thought these were super cool though. What really caught my eye is like the navies in there and those, like, it looks like faded burlap and some fire starters. So all these fun colors. And I'm not really sure. Oh, it says it's made in Italy. Okay, so it looks like each of these were $7.68, and I ended up getting both of them for $2. So grab those. So I got this little gingerbread man at the bins. Thought he was super cute. So when I was at the Goodwill, the very last one, then this is where I ended up getting a lot of glass. And I have to remember to start packing paper and to start packing bags when I go, because you guys, I keep forgetting that I don't have any bags. So when I put everything, I try to strategically always like find things to set them in. But I found this, it was $4 or $3.99. And I did the best thing that I've been using lately is the Google Lens. And I did a Google Lens and I found how much these are going for, and right away I'm like, okay, I can definitely get my money back for this. So I grabbed that, and I love all the colored glass. So I grabbed this one, and then when I was ready to check out, I found this one for $4.99. Again, another pretty glass color. And then I have to show you guys. For starters, last year I did have a really cute little glass butter dish, and it sold right away. So I grabbed this one to put in my display. I also grabbed these really fun salt and pepper shakers. So I thought those were really fun. I like all that old looking. All right, so it started off, I found this tray. And the tray itself was $7.99. I thought it was super, super duper cool. And then I found the first set of, or these sets of glasses. And I think they look very cool in the, to pop the white. So I got all this whole set for $5.99. So I ended up getting all of these glasses for $5.99. And these are so fun. I love the shape. It would be perfect for like a little cocktail in the summer. Or if you want to have a double. There's this one. They obviously need to be washed and cleaned up, so I'm gonna do that. But I thought, what a good find. And you guys, again, I love all that colored glass. Okay, so let's see. Now back to the bins. I'm trying to see if there was anything else that I got. So at the bins a while ago, I was looking for just like some really old sheet music to do some mixed media with, and I found this book. It was so cool. But then I Googled it. I used Google Lens. I Googled it, and it turned out it was like the book itself was vintage, and it was going for like quite a bit of money on eBay, and I could not take it apart. So I still have it. Sometimes when I'm really undecided about whether or not I want to keep something, I do have a little stash of maybe I'm going to keep it, maybe I'm going to get rid of it. So it's in that little stashy area, but I found this there, and I thought, oh, this will be perfect. This will be perfect. So I grabbed that. It didn't have a cover or anything, and I'm like, I'm doing it. So now I got to one of the bins, and it was just full of all different vintage books. So I ended up grabbing, so there's these young kids. This is the story I'm going to tell you. And he apparently knew his books. I just think they're cool. Okay, so like I look for colors and like if they look old. So for instance, this one I think is really vintagey looking, and I love the patina on the pages and all that good stuff. He literally was going in and he was looking at who was the author. He was also looking at the years. There were specific ones. So he kept going, oh, nope, not this one. And he would toss it my way, and then I would just pick it up and put it in my cart. So he kept talking about these other books, and so he tossed another one, and he kept tossing them all. And I just kept grabbing them until he realized he had tossed one that he shouldn't have to me. And I am gonna grab it. It's a green, it's this beautiful green, you guys. So I'm gonna ask you about it, and you guys can tell me. He actually came over and he goes, "Oh, you got my book, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Well, you did toss it to me." And he said it was, okay, Balzac. So I don't know. He talked about bringing it to the half price bookstore, and whatever books he had, he's like, oh, he was going to be making, I don't know how much money bringing these all to the half price bookstore, but he wanted this. And I said, well, actually, there's this color. And he probably thought, lady, I don't care. But I'm like, there is this color. It is called Monet's Garden. And that's one of those little loud cars. They're all driving around here. But anyways, and I said, it totally reminded me of that. And that's why I grabbed it. And that is like legit the truth. So you guys tell me if this is anything. So, and it was the year too that he, trying to think here, or trying to see, there was a year in this one too that he rattled off when he was looking. I don't see it in here. But anyways, so that is the book that he offered to trade other books just to get this one. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to. Does that mean? Tell me if it was me, and I'm sorry guys if it was. But I ended up getting a ton of different books. So I have all of those. Then I got this basket as well, which I thought was really cool. Oh, actually it is signed. It is signed on the bottom. So grab that. You guys know how much I love my books and my baskets. But there was one, oh yeah, this one. This is the one that I thought was really kind of fun. It's birds. A Golden Nature's Guide. And it's super, I just think it's so cool. So he tossed this one too. So it's just super tiny and cute. That one I might keep for myself because you guys know how much I love birds. But yes, so I plan on doing a lot of really fun stuff with all these books, and super excited when I find those. So on a recent, like the last time I went to the bins, I also found some cigar boxes, and I want to do a flip of those. So here's another one, La Fontana da Vinci, and well, it says La Fontana Vintage. I don't know. I thought it was oh yeah, 25 cigars. So I thought, well, then I'll have 3. So I have 2 smaller ones, and then I'll have this one, and I'll be able to create some kind of fun display with those. So I thought that was fun. All right. And my metal guy, okay, so I call him my metal guy. The guy that is always at the bins that collects all this metal, he was there. And I swear he like grabs all this stuff, and then he ends up dumping it in a different one. So I did see this, and I've decided when I saw it today, I'm like, at Antique Acres, it would be really cool to have like a whole display with all the metal, the vintage silver. Oh, this one is stamped 1901 on the bottom. Victorian Rose something, William Rogers and Son 1901. So it doesn't have the top, but I think it's beautiful. I love all that detail. So that's my vision. I have been collecting all little pieces, and I plan on continuing to collect them for Antique Acres. All right, I don't know, grab these. I thought they were kind of fun. I thought I could do something really fun with them to, put them in a vignette. So those were old and fun looking. Okay. So I only was there with one cart. Like I just got there, looked through a whole bunch, a cart came out. And everybody was getting like toys today. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like, take the toys because I want the goods. And there was one bin that had this, and this. And I thought, okay, so they're both purses. So I didn't, oops, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Oh yeah, so this one too is genuine leather, and this one is handmade in Vietnam. So this one was from Vietnam. And then this one says, oh yeah, this is Vietnam as well. So this is kind of sad though, you guys. It's like, I get so sentimental about things. Like, I open it up. For Sarah, happy Valentine's Day. Hugs, Anita, Darcy, and Ella. I'm like, oh, Sarah, you just, I mean, maybe Sarah never got it, or maybe Sarah got it and then just donated it. But I'm like, it's super duper cute. I could totally see, like, you know, using either of these. So I thought, well, those will be at Antique Acres. Sarah, you should have kept it. So, but so I grabbed those, and then I also love finding like vintage leather, and this was super cool. I loved how beautiful it looked. I did grab this as well, obviously. I did notice just now that there's some marks back here. I'm just gonna clean it up with some leather cleaner, and I'm gonna sell as is. People are really into all this vintage, so that was in really, really good condition. Oh, here's another book. Carlton's Works. This one is neat too. I love all these books, you guys. I just love them. I wish that I should actually, I should challenge myself to get there right when it opens and stay there for an entire day. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how full this car would be? Oh, good Lord. Okay. This was also in the new bins. Gone fishing. Probably will not keep this for myself, but I thought it was fun. For an up north cabiny theme. Okay, so this one is a brain bender puzzle, challenge your mind. I ended up getting it for my nephew. I always try to find really fun stuff for them, and this one is kind of fun. So he'll be getting that, one of my nephews. Okay, so I found this nest with like a faux air plant, and that reminded me that I need to put my order in for air plants for Antique Acres. I do plan on having a whole display of those, but this was in there with one little tiny egg. So I thought, well, it's probably pretty light. Okay, so this is Salt Box. I am going to decorate that up and probably use one of the recycled papers on the front. The one that, if you haven't checked out Recycled Catalog yet, that one is perfect for tags and like items like this, like a small area. So that will look really, really cool. And just as I am doing this, Debbie Beard sent a message, so I'm hoping it's an update on the paintbrushes. This is not a Debbie Beard paintbrush, but when I was there, I grabbed this paintbrush, and I'm not really sure. It says 29 on it. I don't even know. It was just laying in a bin. I love brushes. I grab them whenever I can. So last I had heard, the paintbrushes have left the port and were on the way to Debbie's, and as soon as she received them, they had a plan in place. They were going to start packaging and getting them over to us as soon as possible. So I am hoping the message that she's giving us is that they are on the way. So I did grab this. I don't know exactly why, but I actually, when I saw it, I thought this reminded me of like a snowman nose of some sort. So I don't know. I grabbed it, and and you guys know I don't go through my cart, so it was probably in the heat of the moment of like picking the new bin, and I was just putting stuff in the cart. I don't know. But so you guys, what is this? It's cast iron, I believe. It's all rusty. I thought it was so cool. I don't even know what it's for. So tell me in the comments what is this for? I mean, not really cooking, I wouldn't imagine. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's meant for making something. I just don't know what. I was thinking like wet, like maybe like, I don't know. I'm trying to guess. I just thought it was neat. And if you know me, I love rust. I love vintage. I love chippy paint. And I saw rust and I'm like, I have to have it. So that was one of the things I got. All right. I also found this little, brass candlestick. I've been looking for brass, and like there are certain people at the bins, you guys, that's all they do is collect brass. And oh my gosh, I saw UPS. I thought it was for me. I'm like, maybe those are my papers that I want. But anyways, yes, so I grabbed that from the bins as well. Super excited to grab that. Okay. One of the new carts that came out had these, and I thought, wow, I didn't even realize these were $11.99 each. Holy shnikes, that's crazy. I wonder where it's from. Well, I got 4 of them, and they're all brand new. They have the tags, but I thought they were so cool. They're not glass, they're plastic, but are they not the coolest? So I thought this would be perfect for like a summery display with those like green glasses, like having that near that on a table of some sort. So that's when I grabbed those. All right. I also found this at the regular Goodwill. It was $4.99 and it was sitting on a shelf. So I think what I am going to do here is there's no reason why this comes off. I know. I bet you. Okay, so I bet you there was a piece of glass. I bet you there was glass. That's what it was. I bet you there was like a glass something. And this was the top, and I bet you it was like a candle of something, or like a something. But when I saw it, it was like this. And this reminds me of like something that would be on top of like a chicken coop, that the very top of it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take glue. I'm going to actually glue it to make it one piece. I think it'll look really cool. I love it. So that's what I'm going to do. But oh gosh, after the fact, I always think I always see stuff and I'm like, oh, it's so cool, so cool. Okay, so this is really neat. At first when I saw it, I was like, what is this? But I mean, like, it's really vintagey. And look at, guys, look at that reindeer. Is he not the neatest? And then they have like a little tag on here and this says Reindeer Farm, home of the Rudolph reindeer. I just thought it was really fun. So I don't know, I'm gonna maybe jazz it up a little bit, but I thought this is really, really cool, whether or not I use them in here or not, but I think he's very neat. So that was at the bins, buried underneath a bunch of stuff. I don't understand, people. Okay. You guys, I was telling you guys how my daughter collects shoes. I am going to actually sell these, but are these not the funnest little shoes? They are so fun. They're wood and they're so detailed. I just thought they were the cutest. So that will probably, well, actually, those will definitely be at my booth. They were $4 at the regular Goodwill, but they were at the bins. So I grabbed them. I was so sad that I could not find the other half of this, but he's super cool too. So maybe, oh, actually I wonder if there isn't, because I was thinking he was a bookend, but maybe somebody just chopped him in half. I don't know. I thought he would, because sometimes this actually looks like a decoy where there should have been another half of the body, but I still think he's kind of fun. Ended up getting a sign that says Kindred Spirits. It looks like it was regular $11 without the bins. All right, so then I ended up finding in one of the bins, all of these pieces. So these are little reindeer, and these are little signs, and these hang off of the reindeer, and they were all separated. So I saw these, I'm like, what could I do with these? So I put them in my cart. This is like what goes on in my head. I'm like, these are kind of fun. They're brand new, and they're, you know, deer. I mean, I can do something fun with them. Then I grab these, and I'm like, oh, I can make little signs. Never in a million years did I put two and two together that these went with those, until I'm walking around and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, those go together. So I'm going to do something really fun and create a little sign with those deer. Okay, this is super fun too. So there's like I don't want that to break off. So somebody cut this out together and they put it on this sign. So I am actually going to, with these little tiny screws, it looks like. So what I am going to do is I am actually going to pull this off, and I am going to do something to the background of this to make this really pop better. Because I think it just doesn't do it justice. And that is what I'm going to do. So that I thought was kind of fun, that little sign. Oh, this was regular 20. I don't know where it was from. Oh, I was like, what's all over it? It's all like full of cobwebs. It's like a chalkboard that's a cutting board. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just gonna put something fun on here. I don't know yet. I just thought, I liked the color. I liked it. I just liked it. So I've got that. Again, these are all at the bins. These, I'm always looking for like templates for different things for sewing, to cut out pieces of fabric. I thought this was fun for a pillow. This too, I thought would be kind of fun. I like little templates, so I grabbed both of them. And you guys know how much I love my cutting boards. So this is on one, this is like the side that I really like. Then I turned it over. I don't even know. Look at this side. Like, what is it? Right? I don't know. I can always sand it up. Okay. And like this one, it says love like crazy. But my vision for this is I want to use the actual frame of it. So I am gonna decoupage something really fun on here. And I am loving all that decoupaging and how you can transform an item with just a little bit of decoupage paper. So that is what I'm gonna do for that. So this, I did get at the regular Goodwill, and it was $7.99, and I have a bunch of, so this one says good, they all have different sayings. Like one says yummy, or this says yum, tasty, eat, and good. And I thought that was really fun. And okay, I saw these and they were $5.99. I thought about doing, so I've been seeing a lot of people using wooden eggs. So I've been like looking into them, and I think this would be kind of fun. I think this is for deviled eggs possibly, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to have little wooden eggs on here, something fun. So this was $5.99 each. I grabbed them. I thought they were super cool. All right. So recently I had a bunch of these at one of my booth locations. I had them displayed really fun, and they all sold. So I grabbed two more. I'm wondering if somebody was going to do something fun with them. Not really sure. But last year too, I had a bunch for spring. I had a bunch of pictures, and this one I love. I just love how heavy it is, and it was only $3.99. I liked the design on the bottom. And then this one just reminded me like of an old vintage. It just has that design on it. It just looked really fun with the florals. So I ended up getting both of those. Again, this was at the bins, and it looks like at the regular Goodwill it was $3.99. It has the wiring on it. I thought real fun. Probably gonna take the bow off and do something fun with it for the holidays. So not sure what yet, but something fun. Told you, those little cars, I don't understand them. I don't understand why you would drive around with a loud car. Oh my gosh, I sound like my grandma. All right, then I ended up getting 2 of these. I wanted a third one, like an old pot like this, and this one I thought was kind of cool. It has like that really fun green handle. I loved it, so I grabbed that one too. I'm gonna do something fun with that and display all of them together. All right. Okay, so I have chickens, and I saw this, and I'm like, they just were putting it out, and I had to have it. So I did. It's for me. It's $7.99, but you guys, is he not the cutest? I love him. So this was at the bins too. Just a tiny little basket. I love the yellow. I like the little, I even like it that it has harvest on there. That was fun. This was $5.99 at Goodwill. And the reason I liked this, there's something in it. I don't know what that is. The reason I liked it, I liked this spot. I thought it'd be kind of fun to put something there. Make it look like some, I don't know, just something real fun. So I ended up grabbing that as well. I always try to find really unique pieces. And so my nephew, I told him I think he should be a pilot, and his birthday's coming up, so I ended up getting this at the bins. I thought that would be kind of fun. Looks like it was from Kohl's, so nothing spectacular. This little basket was super cute. I wanted to show you. It's got a little watering can on it. It looks like it was hand painted. Oh, and it looks like it was signed and made in April of '97. So that I got at the bins too. It was just in one of the containers. This too was at the bins. I'm probably gonna take the bow off, but I might use this as is and just do something fun with it. I like that font, the Ray Dunn font. So out of that same bin where those signs were, I ended up getting 2 more signs. They only had 2 of the reindeer. There may have been more, but they probably were buried. And then I ended up getting these. I just thought they were fun. Like, I don't know exactly, it's on a screen and it's got these pieces. So there's the tall one with the 3, and then there's little tiny ones too. Not exactly sure what I can do with it yet, but I thought, well, I'll come up with some kind of idea. We are almost done, guys. So you guys know how much I love picture frames. I grabbed these 2. I thought this would be kind of fun to do something with those for Antique Acres. You know, I've been painting like crazy, so that was fun. I also got this really cool, I think this might be like an umbrella basket. It might need to be taller for umbrellas, but I love the metal and I love the coloring. So I'm debating whether or not to leave as is or do something fun with it. More books. Oh gosh, look at the, well, that one has some ripped pages, but the patina, you guys, oh, I love it. I love it. So those, and then I ended up grabbing this big basket. It was in really good condition. It has 1 handle though, so not 2, but I thought I mean, it is in really, really good condition. So that was my last purchase, or my last big find at the bins was that. And then a couple more things I did end up getting at Goodwill. Found this little dish. I thought that was really fun. Oh my gosh, gosh, is that cracked? No, it's all part of the glass. Oh my lord. So that was $3.99. Those are fun. Bag of buttons for $3.99. There's some real old ones in there. Little piece of pottery. And then I found this basket and I loved the color. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. So, and I loved the handles, all that good stuff. The pine cones on it. So that is my haul for the week, or for today. For today. So I am super excited to start flipping. It is definitely what I needed today. I am very, very stressed out. I am currently in the process of moving platforms for my website, and I just don't want anything to go wrong. So I am just, hopefully by the end of the weekend, it will all be done. But I could not even like sleep last night, and because it's gonna happen like soon, and you know, and it's nerve-wracking because everything, there's some little glitches in my current site that I have been dealing with, and I knew that I needed to make this change, and I know it's the right thing to do, but sometimes change is scary. So I just don't want anything to go wrong, and then I don't know how to fix it. So a lot is riding on my shoulders, but it's all good. Everything happens and works out. So, but I will get flipping for this weekend, and on Monday I will have a thrift to treasure for you guys. So thank you so much for following along, and we will see you Monday. Bye.